The soul cannot be saved unless it believes while it dwells in the flesh. So the flesh is the anchor of salvation. In him, Jesus Christ, we see a dual state, not merged, but united in one person, God and the man Jesus, and at the same time, the properties of one and the other substance are preserved, so that, like the Spirit, deity, does its deeds in it, i.e. virtues, miracles and signs, so the flesh, mankind, fulfills its sufferings, feeling thirsty, etc., and finally dies. Two substances act differently according to their state, and the flesh is never a spirit, nor a spirit, flesh. O testimony of the soul, by nature a Christian. And the Son of God died, this is worthy of faith, because it is absurd. And the buried one is risen, this is certain, because it is impossible. So, what is Athens to Jerusalem? What is the academy to the churches? What are heretics to Christians? Our institution is from the portico of Solomon, and he himself conveyed that the Lord should be sought in simplicity of heart, Wisdom 1:1. May everyone remember this who wanted to make Christianity both Stoic, and Platonic, and dialectical. We have no need for curiosity after Jesus Christ, and for the search for truth after the gospel. I believe, because it's absurd. I believe, because it's ridiculous. Let the Queen of Carthage rise up and judge the Christian women, who, being in exile in a foreign land and the creator of such a large city, instead of desiring marriage with the king, in order to avoid remarriage, preferred, on the contrary, to burn out than to marry. In sin is the foreshadowing of merit. Unity, producing from itself the Trinity, is not destroyed, but ordered. Moreover, one should believe where it is precisely because it is unbelievable that it is amazing. For what should be the works of God, if not beyond all surprise? We ourselves are surprised, but because we believe. Everything that exists is a body of a special kind. There is nothing incorporeal, except that which does not exist. The rule of faith, so that we can now declare that we defend, is this: it makes sure that God is one and there is no other God than the Creator of the world, who made everything out of nothing through His Word, which happened first of all. This Word, called His Son, which in different ways was revealed to the patriarchs in the name of God, was always heard in the prophets, finally descended from the Spirit of God the Father in His goodness onto the Virgin Mary, became flesh in her womb and produced Jesus Christ born from her. A Christian is not an enemy to anyone, not to mention the emperor, whom, knowing that he is established by his God, a Christian must love, respect, honor and wish him and the entire Roman state well-being, as long as the world will stand. After all, until then he will be stand. What is in common between a philosopher and a Christian? Between a student of Greece and a student of heaven? Between a seeker of truth and a seeker of eternal life? For us there is no more alien thing than the public, we have one state, the world. The Son of God was crucified, this is not shameful, for it is worthy of shame, and the Son of God died, this is absolutely certain, for it is absurd, and, buried, rose again, this is undoubtedly, for it is impossible. Great is the difference between a crime and a name, between opinion and truth. In the very nature of a name lies the difference between the name of a thing and its existence. Without bishops there is no church. You, woman, are the gates of the devil. The Valentinians have no greater concern than to hide what they preach. When they preach, they hide if they ask for goodwill from them, they are with an open face and with a highly raised eyebrow, it is great. You, soul, as far as I know, are not a Christian. After all, the soul usually becomes a Christian, and is not born one. The more you destroy us, the more we multiply, the blood of Christians is seed. The mind should ascend from the properties of the world, and not descend to the unknown. According to Plato, the world is spherical. I believe that he outlined the world with a compass, while others thought it was square and angular, because it was difficult for him to imagine the world as a body, but Epicurus, who said that what is above us is nothing to us, when he wished to explore the sky himself, established that the size of the solar disk was 1 foot. Sensation is the soul of the soul. Second after God. I believe, because it's ridiculous. Give me a teacher. Passionate, ardent, tough, but powerful, his nature was not subject to any restraining influences. Neither Christianity, nor science, nor education had a complete mitigating effect on her. Always restless and not satisfied with anything, he has been fighting all his life, with himself, with external and internal enemies of the Church, the struggle for the Church and against the Church.